If I talk about the substitution and the elimination in any reaction, so this totally depends on the what actually we have chosen as our substrate and what we have chosen as our nucleophile. Because in one substrate, if I say we have two carbons, right, and this is connected with this leaving group, we have this one, and here we have something like this, and here we have something like this, right. And if I talk about this one, so what is going to happen? Here this carbon is nucleophilic one, right, nucleophilic, not this is the nucleophilic, but here the I can say that this is nucleophilic site. And if I talk about this one, so this is what, this is electrophilic site. This all actually depends on the what kind of basis we are using. For example, if I say here, if I take the example of this one only, and if I say here I am using the alcoholic KOH, so what will be the reaction? And if I say that I am using the aqueous KOH, so what will be the reaction and what will be the product over here? So in some examples, if somebody talks like this, so in this case, if we are using the alcoholic KOH, so this is a strong base. This is not acting as a nucleophile, right? So once this won't act as a nucleophile, so it is acting as a base, so it will try to abstract the proton from here. It is not going to actually form something like this, right? So in this case, the product formed will be actually something like this. So this alkene will be formed in this case. But if you are using the alcoholic aqueous KOH, so this in this case actually the OH which is over here, this is what, this is behaving as a nucleophile. So once this is behaving as a nucleophile, so in this case here the product will be this one. So it all depends on the basicity and what kind of substrate you are choosing actually. So if you have something like this in the same substrate, if I am using the alcoholic condition, so in that case I am getting alkene. But in the same reaction, if I am using the aqueous condition, so I am getting alcohol, right? So you should remember this all. So this is the reason why it is very important to understand the nucleophilicity and the basicity, right? And you must be aware with this one, like which nucleophile will behave as a basic nucleophile or behave as a base, right, in what kind of solvent. So that becomes very critical to understand actually. I can understand also, because it is not possible to remember all the things at a time. But if you will definitely keep practicing problems, so you can definitely understand what kind of reaction is taking place. For example, if I say, if I am taking something like this, here if we have this Br, right, and here we have this Cn minus, so definitely here in this case the reaction will be something like this, only this Br will be replaced by this one, and here this will proceed via which mechanism? This will proceed via SN2 mechanism. Please remember this one. This is not going to proceed via SN1 mechanism. The reason is actually because the reason is here the formation of carbocation which is taking place, that is what, 1 degree carbocation. So this Cn minus will attack from the back side to this Br, and the formation of this product will take place, right? So that is the thing. And also if I talk about, if I say we have something like this, if I say we have something like this, right, and I can write H over here. So what is going to happen at this place? Here if I am using this Cn minus, so this Cn minus will definitely attack from the back side, and the hydrogen which is present over here, actually this will become, this is above the plane, so this will go below the plane, and this Cn minus will come above the plane, and the rest of the things will remain as it is, right? So this is the thing which you should understand. Now one very important reaction is there, and that reaction is actually this one, that is actually not possible, right? And this reaction is, if we have something like this, here CH3 we have, and here if we have this CH2, and here if we have this Br, and if it is reacting with this Cn minus, so in that case this reaction won't take place actually. This reaction is not possible one. So please remember this one, right? So that is the first thing. But if this reaction, which I told you, this is not possible one over here, but if I remove this CH2 from here, so in that case the reaction is different one. And how? Let's see. Right? And here if we have this Br, so what is going to happen? And if I am using the Cn minus an alcoholic condition, so what will happen? This is going to form something like this. Br minus will be removed and formation of alkene will take place. So this is the thing which is you should understand, right? So there are many things regarding what kind of reactions are possible, and that totally depends on the factors, and those factors are what I told you, like nucleophilicity. Those factors are nucleophilicity, right? And if we have strong nucleophile, and I am actually differentiating over here, and let's understand. Here I am taking SN1 reaction, and here I am taking SN2 reaction. So in case of SN1 reaction, the first thing what I told you, it should have weak nucleophile, and here it should have strong nucleophile. And we will come to the SN2 reaction, and we will discuss much more about that SN2 reaction. So here in SN1 we should have weak nucleophile, and here we should have actually strong nucleophile. And here in case of solvent effect, if I talk, so here we should have polar protic solvent, and here we should have non-polar aprotic solvent. So this favors the SN2 mechanism, right? And the next thing is we discuss about the alkyl compounds or moiety, and here generally 3 degrees are preferred, and here generally 1 degree is preferred, right? 1 degree is preferred. And the next thing, if I talk about this kind of reaction, and that is what we discuss about the weak nucleophile and the strong nucleophile, and we discuss about the solvent, and we discuss about the alkyl moiety. So these three are actually the measure which decides what kind of reaction mechanism is taking place. So either that will be SN1 or that will be SN2, right? And let's little bit discuss about the SN2 reaction, and let's little bit discuss about the stereochemistry of it. So how that it will be actually. So now let's discuss about this SN2 reaction. So what happens in case of SN2 reaction? If I talk about the SN2 reaction, so in that case actually, and here we have the base, sorry, not base but strong nucleophile, and this strong nucleophile attacks from the back side. This nucleophile attacks from the back side, and what happens, the leaving group which we have over here, and this nucleophile attacks just from opposite from it, right? And here what happens, here the formation of something like, take here what happens, here we will have this CH3 which is over here, and here we can have this H, and here we can have one more this H, and here we can have this nucleophile, and here we can have this Br, right? So this is the transition state which is formed in this case. And after this what happens, this Pr get removed completely from here, and the formation of something like this takes place. And here if I talk about this nucleophile, so it will come above the plane, and the hydrogen which was present over here, that will come below the plane, and here we will have this CH3, and here we will have this H. So what happens here, the inversion of configuration takes place. If I talk about the stereochemistry, and if I talk about the potential energy diagram, so here we have potential energy and here we have reaction coordinates. So here we have substrate, and once the energy will increase, potential energy, and after that directly the product will be formed in this case, right? So this is what one step mechanism, and SN1 is two step, and this SN2 is one step mechanism. So here we have transition state, right, and here we have this reactant and here we have this product, and this is the potential energy, something like this you will see. So that is the thing. Now if I talk about the stereochemistry of SN1 reaction, so in that case what happens? Stereochemistry of SN1 reaction. So once the carbocations are formed, in this case what is the thing which we have over here? So once these carbocations are formed, so it is possible to attack from this side and also it is possible to attack from this side. So that is the reason actually why we get two kind of things. And here I can write like this. In one case the nucleophile will be what? Below the plane, and in one case the nucleophile can be above the plane. Right? So racemization takes place, and here in this case what happens? Inversion takes place. So this is the stereochemistry about the SN1 and SN2 reaction. So these all things are actually basic about the SN1 and SN2 reaction, and definitely I will, if I will find much more examples, so I will try to discuss all those things, and on the basis of this SN1 and SN2 reactions, whatever the name reactions are possible, and I will also discuss all those name reactions like Mitsunobu reactions, right? And that is the important one, where you can see the actually the stereochemistry of alcohol gets changed, and we will discuss this SN2 kind of things in the name reaction chapter, right? Once we will discuss about the Mitsunobu reaction. Now this is I think good enough for the SN1 and SN2, and if much more contents or much more questions will be I will find, so definitely I will discuss those questions with you in the previous year, and whatever the name reaction, as I told you, like there is so much to discuss in SN1 and SN2 reaction, but why I am not discussing over here? Because already we have somewhere discussed it, and I will definitely discuss that SN1, SN2 kind of things in somewhere, like in name reaction. So there I am going to discuss already these all points, whatever I need to cover over here. So it is not actually necessary to cover all the name reaction in chapter of this reaction mechanism, because already you have very vast syllabus, so it may create confusion to you, right? So this is I think good enough for your preparation from the SN1 and SN2 reaction. And now let's discuss some questions which are very much important for you to understand regarding this what we have discussed till now. So now let's see some questions, and let's see the first question which we have is from the reaction mechanism. Here what we have, reaction of R2 butanol with paratoluene sulfonyl chloride and pyridine followed by LiBr gives, and what does it give? Let's understand, and let's see how we can solve this question and what should be our strategy to solve this question. So first of all, what happens in this case? Here you should write the structure of R2 butanol with paratoluene sulfonyl chloride, they are saying, right? So we have to discuss about the structure of R2 butanol, and let's see how we can draw the structure of this one. So first of all I will draw this butane, and after this here what I can do, and here I am taking OH above the plane and hydrogen below the plane. Why I took OH above the plane? That is also one thing. If I take OH above the plane or if I take OH below the plane, actually what happens? If I take OH below the plane, so once I will try to assign the stereochemistry of this chiral carbon, so actually that will become little difficult. Not even much difficult, but actually that will become little complicated. So least prior group, which is hydrogen over here, I should take below the plane, so it will be very easy for me to assign the stereochemistry over here. And now let's see how I can do. So here we have this first priority to this OH, and second to this one, and third to this one, and this is going clockwise rotation, and so that's why this is the reason why we will have R2-butanol. So this is what R2-butanol, right? So these are the basic things which you should understand and which you should apply actually. Now after this is reacting with para-toluene sulfonyl chloride, and if we have para-toluene sulfonyl chloride, so first let's draw the structure of toluene, right? And this is what toluene, and para at para position, so sulfonyl chloride means here what we should have, S double bond O and S double bond O and Cl. So this is the second thing. Now the thing is, what next? Here at oxygen we have the lone pair, so this oxygen will attack at this S, and what will happen? This will go over here, and once again it will come back, so Cl will be removed from here. So now it will combine with this one. So here what we will have, hydrogen over here, and oxygen is still above the plane, right? And after the deprotonation, what can happen? Here I am writing just directly. So here what is happening? So here we will have O, and here S double bond O and S double bond O, and this methyl group, sorry, this phenyl and this CH3. This is the thing, right? Now the next thing is, if I say over here, so whether it will undergo SN1 or SN2 reaction, because here what we are using, here we are using the LIBR. So once we are using the LIBR, so here we will have Br minus as a nucleophile. So once we have this Br minus as a nucleophile, so this will definitely undergo SN2 reaction because this is the strong nucleophile. And if I say like strong nucleophile, so generally Br minus like nucleophile, N3 minus nucleophile, right? And these all nucleophiles undergo SN2 reaction. And if I talk about SN1, so in that case we have actually weaker one, for example water and methanol, right? ACOH. So these all kind of nucleophiles we generally take in case of SN1 reaction. But if I am talking about the SN1 reaction, because here what we have, here we have the stronger nucleophile, so this will definitely attack at this carbon like this, right? So this is going to attack at this carbon, and this group, complete group, will get removed from here, and the product we will have. And here because Br will come below the plane, the reason is inversion. Here inversion will take place because this carbon is chiral carbon, right? So once we have the chiral carbon, so in that case the configuration may change, and it may change. It definitely won't change, but it may change. What I told you, it may change, right? And we will also discuss one question regarding that. Let's say first solve this one, and then we will move to that point. So here what will happen, here this Br minus will come below the plane. So here Br minus is coming below the plane, and here the hydrogen will come above the plane. Now if I try to assign the stereochemistry over here, so let's see how it will be configuration. Here one priority will be given to this Br, and second to this one, and third to this one. So now here it is what? It is S, right? Because the hydrogen least prior group is above the plane, right? That should be below the plane. This is S, so this will get converted into R1, right? So this will get converted into R1. So here the configuration will be, here the configuration what I am saying, that will be actually the R1, because Br is what? Br is below the plane and hydrogen is above the plane, and here this Br which we have over here, that is actually below the plane, and actually I should write it, yeah, so this is what? S1, right? So once this is attacking at this position, actually I should not write it like this, and I should write it like this. Why I am saying to that, I am coming to that point as well. So here the hydrogen which is present over here, I should write over here, and the next Br which is present over here, I should write it like this. So here 1, and here what we will have 2, and here what we will have 3. So here what you can see, here the configuration is R, right? And so final one it will become S. So the thing is, you can see in the option, so here we have tosyl it and here we have tosyl it. So this is not possible, this is not possible, and here what we have R2 butyl bromide and here we have S2 butyl bromide. So S will be correct one, R won't be. The reason why actually I had written like this and why I again wrote like this. The thing is, if you will see over here, because the Br is attacking at this point, right? This is not actually attacking from over here, from this point, even you can say, because once we are writing the tetrahedral structure of the carbon, so once you are writing the tetrahedral structure of the carbon and whatever has been given in the reactant and whatever we have wrote over here, actually the points which are above the plane and which are below the plane, we should take them at one side, and whatever the points or whatever the groups we have on the plane, we should take at one side. So that is the reason why I should not write like this, because if I am writing it like this, so in this case what you can see here, the configuration is actually changing. Here Br is over here and this is the second one and this is the third one. Here I am getting the S kind of thing, and after getting the S kind of thing, I will say that hydrogen is above the plane. So this may lead to wrong answer. So please remember, it is very important and it is very crucial to write down the organic compound structure. So once you are writing the structure, so please remember whatever the compounds, whatever the groups actually which are on the plane, so write them on the plane at one side, and whatever the groups which are above the plane, whatever the groups are which are below the plane, so write them at one side. So like this, please prefer this one, not this one, right? So here the correct answer will be this fourth one, 2-butyl bromide. So I hope you understood up to this much. Now let's discuss one more question, and this question is very important for you, because in this case this is SN2 kind of thing. Here you will see that even if you have inversion in the configuration, so it is not necessary that the configuration will change from R to S, like we saw in the previous examples. So in the previous examples, actually what was happening, in the previous example we had a R kind of configuration, right, and after the inversion we got S kind of configuration, but here we will get one something like this, either from S to S or from R to R. Let's solve this and after that we will understand. So if we have something like this, this carbon is chiral carbon, right, and here we have this CO2 CH3 over here, right. If I try to convert this into structure like this, and if I write it like this, let's say I am writing Br over here and hydrogen over here and this T over here. So what is going to happen? Here we have this C double bond O, right, like this, and here what is going to happen, and here we have OCH3 like this. Here what is happening, here we have this delta positive, right, delta positive, and here we can have this delta negative. Now the thing is, you can say that this KCN can also undergo addition reaction, because this Cn minus should attack at this carbon, not on this carbon, right. So this Cl minus, this Cn minus which is present over here, so actually that should attack at this position, at this delta positive, not at this position, right. That is also one thing you can say, but here I would like to tell you certain things which are very important for you to understand. So what happens if we have positive charge, if we have this delta positive charge, right, the carbon which has delta positive charge next to it, in that case it is not possible to generate the carbocation. So here what we have, here we have, if we have this carbon, so if next to this carbon we have any carbon which contains delta positive like carbonyl group, so in that case actually it is not possible to generate carbocation. So if it is not possible to generate carbocation, so this won't undergo SN1 reaction, but it will prefer SN2 reaction, right. So that is the thing what I wanted to tell you. So this will definitely prefer SN2 reaction, and here the SN2 reaction will proceed like SN2 reaction mechanism. And now let's see how we can solve this one. And after this, let's assign the configuration to it, first, second and third and this fourth, right. So in this case this is S1, So here in the options, what can happen, either third one will be correct or the fourth one will be correct. First and second got neglected, right? So here the starting substrate has S kind of configuration over here, right? And after this, if I write the structure over here and if I try to convert it, so I can write it like this, OMe over here, and here we have this carbon, and this carbon actually hydrogen below the plane, because that is what I told you earlier. I can write it like this, and this Br which is present over here, that is above the plane, that will come above the plane, and this D is in the plane, right? And this is S kind of configuration we can have, 1, because this is what 1, this is 2, and this is 3, and here rotation is like this. So S kind of configuration we have. And after this, what is happening, if we have Cn minus, this Cn minus will definitely attack from back side, right? So once it will attack from back side, so inversion in configuration will take place. So once the inversion in configuration will take place, so here we can have COOMe like this, and this Cn minus which you can see over here, actually that will come above the, sorry, here the hydrogen will come above the plane, and the Cn minus which is present over there, so that will come below the plane. So here we will have this one. And what happens in this case, now let's again assign the configuration. So this is what this will become. So actually this won't become 1, so this will become 1, because the next to it we have oxygen, and here the next to it we have nitrogen. So 1, 2, right, and we have this 3. So here in this case as well, what is happening, so here what we have, this is the first, and this is the second one, and this is the third one. So here we are getting the S kind of thing, because the hydrogen is above the plane. So the configuration will become, sorry, this is what R configuration, right, because that is undergoing clockwise. So this is what R, and here because the hydrogen is above the plane, so that will become S kind of configuration. So here the answer will be S and S. Now what one thing you observed over here, because this reaction is undergoing inversion, but still it has the same configuration. And what is the reason? Here this is S, and here in the product this is also S. And in case if you must have seen this one, like up to this step, if you will confirm, and even if you don't count for this one, you will say that if this is S, so because this is undergoing SN2 reaction, so this should definitely be R, right? So that is the first mistakes you will ever do, and that is very silly mistake. So what I am trying to say you, if you are going for any reaction mechanism, so please go through all the mechanism, right, and please go through all the steps whatever are possible in that case. So after that only please write the answer carefully. So this is the thing, but what is the actually problem over here, why we are getting the same configuration even after the inversion? The thing is priority. Here in the priority, if you will see here, we had this leaving group had priority as first, but here the actually whatever the groups got added over here, that has priority as 2, right? So if they both have the same priority of, or we can say like the substituting group have higher priority than the leaving group, so in that case S get converted into R or R get converted into S. But if what happens, if the substituting group has least or lower priority than this leaving group, so in that case S will give S and R will give R. So this is the important thing which you should understand in SN2 reaction, right? So that is the thing what we discuss in this case, and I think this is the important things which you should know already and you should understand actually, and these are the questions which were very much important for you to understand about the SN2 reaction, right? And that's all we discuss a lot of about SN2 and SN1 reaction, and the rest part of SN1 and SN2 reactions which are associated with the name reaction, that will be covered in the name reaction topic, right? Yeah, so this is all about the SN1 and SN2 reaction, and in the next video lecture we will start with any other concept like E1, E2 or SNAR, right? So those all things. Yeah, if you're watching this video on YouTube, so please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon, and thank you so much for watching this video.